Hello there. Good morning. It's a very beautiful morning. How are you doing? It's joy to come your way today, and it's such a privilege to be your host again on Knox to Nuggets. My name is Oluwayomi Ute, and I'm excited today because of what we are talking about. So, for the last few weeks, we talked about 2 weeks, destroyers in your bosom, preparing us as we round off the year and plan for the coming year. And today we are moving forward. So, for everyone joining me live, thank you so much for giving me a share of your time. And like I will always ask, please like the video, share it, let somebody out there know that there is something called Knocks to Nuggets. And for everyone that will watch thereafter, thank you so much for giving me a share of your time. I'm here because of you. Thank you very much. I don't take it for granted at all. So, today, continuing, still preparing ourselves for the coming year and how to make our 2024 our best year yet. I have with me in the house a friend and a brother who is not a guest anymore on the Knox to Nuggets platform. He is a pastor, he is an administrator, he is a project manager, he is a coach, he is a role model to several people, he is a counselor, is a sportsman, is a playwright, is a conference speaker. He is the convener of the Leading Edge Conference and is the host of the weekly Power Packed and Life Impacting program, ETAG, Engaging the Almighty God, that is on social media, several social media platforms as the Facebook, the YouTube, whether of Max Gbinije or of Trem Vision House. You can just find it ETAG. It will really bless you. He is married to an amiable and successful financial services consultant, and they are blessed with two beautiful, wonderful, glorious boys, Tega and Tejiri. Help me today to receive on this platform my friend and brother, Reverend Maxwell Gbinije, RMG. Hey.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Knox to Nuggets. And truly, it's been a very impactful and very wonderful program that my friend is hosting. And I believe that quite a number of people have been blessed by the various, numerous topics. Very knowledgeable topics that you have handled on the program. My belief is that you're not just making impact, you are changing lives and you are transforming society. And I believe that it's just the beginning, and God will take you right there to that place of destiny. Thank you so much for having me on Knox to Nuggets today.
Thank you so much, and thank you for that prayer. I honestly receive it all of my heart. And it's such a joy to have you today talking about this very important topic, redeeming the time. Uncle Max, I'm just going to let you go off on this because many times we talk about redeeming the time, and people are wondering what exactly is redeeming the time? How am I supposed to redeem the time? Am I supposed to work 48 hours and 24 or what? So over to you. What do we mean by redeeming the time? And number two, how do we redeem the time?
Okay, thank you so much. First of all, everything has a lifespan, and everything is time is attached to everything that we do in life. The Bible is very clear about times and seasons. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 talks about it, and it's very clear to every purpose there's a time. So to every purpose there's a time. So so time is key. So time is of value. You talk about money and you see time value of money, time value of money. And people talk about time value of money. And why are they talking about it? So I keep my money in a savings account, or you just keep it there and it's not producing anything. Time is going, the value of that money changes, and you may not have the same value. So to redeem that time on that money, it has to be invested in something. It has to be in something. Bible is also clear about it in Luke chapter 19 when he talked about the parable of the pounds. When the man was going to set out somewhere, he gave out pounds to about some of his servants, and two of them occupied actually. So the word, you see the word occupy, use that time to produce much more than I've given to you. Because we are meant to be profitable people, to produce great results in everything that we do. And so the first two produced, one produced 10, the other produced 5, and the last one kept it. And the man said, "You're just wicked. You could have even put the money in the bank, because whilst that money is in the bank and the money is invested by the bank and they use it, a little interest will be put on my savings. You hid it in the ground." And so time is critical in everything that we do. Understand that as we age and as we grow, there are certain things you do when you were young that you cannot do as you age. That time passes. The speed with which you operate, you can't operate with that same speed. And so what is required is that when you have the energy, you will move at the speed you are meant to move, so that when you don't have the energy anymore, the pace at which you are moving and what you have done before covers for the now. Covers for the now. So, so you talk about redeeming. So what does it mean to redeem? It means to ransom. To ransom. To pay, to take back something. To redeem is to pay, to take back something. That suggests to me that there is something you had that you lost that you have opportunity to get back. So redemption is about an opportunity to take back something. And so when you talk about, I've described what time is. So when you say redeeming the time, it's an opportunity to take back a time that you lost so you can get it back. So going back to your younger days, you were able to do certain things. Now in this, your maybe growing days, let me put it that way, you are not able to act as you used to act. But then you have discovered somebody in his younger days who can actually redeem your own time that you have lost. So redeeming the time is usually not only about you, but about helping others get to where they are going. Because if you don't understand it that way, you will lament the rest of your life. But you can actually get somebody else, because when you redeem that person, when you help that person, in a later date, that person will come to also redeem you. So investing in others is actually redeeming time.
Wow.
It's actually redeeming time.
Wow.
It's actually redeeming time.
Uncle Max,
Yeah.
You said a lot in this very short time. But one of the things I'm taking away very strongly is there is opportunity for all of us to take back whatever it is we think we have lost.
Exactly.
So if you have looked at January to October, and in a few hours we are entering November, and you think you have not done much, in the next 2 months you can get it back. So how do we redeem the time?
There are three things that's very important. Acceptance, recognition, responsibility. Accept that you have a vision. Accept that you have a vision. Because if you actually, you're not going to be talking about redeeming if you don't even know where you want to be. What would you be redeeming when you know what you are redeeming? You don't know where you want to be, you don't know what you have, you don't know what it is that you want to do. So you must understand. So accept that you have, there's a dream. There's a dream. There's a vision. There's something you want to achieve in life. Recognize where you are now. Recognize where you are now. The truth of the matter is, without proper evaluation, you can never recognize where you are per time. And so recognize where you are now. And then take responsibility. It is sometimes not about how long you have wasted, but how well you can use the time you have left. So it's not about how long, but how well. So there are 2 months to the end of the year. I have not been able to achieve what I want to achieve in between January and this October that is coming to an end. But I have November and December. And I also have January 2024 to December 2024. So what do? I come to a place of preparation. I come to a place of preparation. And I use this time to energize, invigorate, activate, whatever it is that I need to activate. And I roll my year as if I haven't lost anything. Preparing myself for a double, as it were. Because I now say to myself, November and December. But I have January to December in the new year. So what I didn't make between that time and now, in 10 months, I probably want to see how I can double up. Double up and get something by first quarter that takes care of what I didn't do well. And then from that time, I move in full swing for my goals for the new year. And you'll be talking about you have moved into tranches, something that you would not have even done at all, sitting down, folding your hands and just lamenting, putting your hand on your head. You know, I was talking on my program earlier on, and I said that if you don't understand the dynamics of a ship, how that with the way a ship is built, it will float on water. And then a tiny little piece of that metal is dropped into that same water and it sinks. What's the dynamics? It is the tiny little piece that is within you. And so there's a tiny little piece that is within you that if you discover, you will forget the times that you lost and you'll be able to make much more of yourself. So you need to accept, to take to recognize and to take responsibility. That's what I believe. So how do I redeem the time?
Yeah.
I will accept where I am. I will accept that I have a dream, recognize where I am, then I take responsibility. And in taking responsibility, the word, if you look at the Bible in I think it's in Ephesians, let me see, Ephesians chapter 5, verse 14 to verse 16. It recommends that you walk circumspectly. And I went to check the root meaning of the word circumspectly, and it's just one word: diligence. Now you walk diligently. You walk perfectly. You are exact. So there are a lot of people who are not exact, who vacillate, who run between. And you see, you can't redeem the time if you are somebody who is, oh, today this one is okay, tomorrow it's not okay, that one is okay, next tomorrow you are moving from one place to the other. It is selling rice today. Oh, somebody is selling crayfish and is making money, so I move from it. You don't know that staying on what you know how to do, it may take time, but it will eventually produce. And so a lot of people are nowhere because of that. So it is that, and I wrote something. I wrote something down. I said, your mind plays a major role in the accomplishment of your dreams. Your mind plays a major role in the accomplishment of your dreams. So there are two things you need to do: is to work on your mind and to walk your mind. Work on your mind and walk your mind. Because if you don't work on your mind, anything will enter your mind. But when you have worked on your mind and you are certain, then you walk your mind. Your mind moves into action to begin to produce what it needs to produce. So you renew your mind and then you prepare your mind. And also, you must be able to differentiate between probabilities and possibilities. There are lots of people who stay in the place of probability, and probability will engender doubts. It will engender doubts. Possibilities will keep you going. Whether it's happening or not, you know you will get there. So it's important that you accept, you recognize, you take responsibility.
Wow. Uncle Max, I'm just been writing, and I'm sure I'm not the only one doing so much of writing. Some people are listening and saying, yes, I understand. But there's this guilt, I can't get over it. There's this feel of self-condemnation, and it just kind of weighs me down. How do I deal with it?
That's where the enemy wants you. The enemy of your progress wants you where you can keep lamenting and saying, had I known, if only I had. What about if I now? Because there's a possibility in front of you. The truth of the matter is, you can't live in yesterday. If you sleep and you wake up in another day, you are not in the previous day. You can't do anything about the previous day, but you can do something about the day you are in, and you can prepare for the days that are coming. And so, making you feel guilty or having that guilt trip in your own self is keeping you on the ground. The truth is this: what exactly do you want to achieve? Forgive yourself and move on. Elijah overtook Ahab at the gate of Jezreel. you can overtake. Let's look at one guy in the Bible. Esau. In Genesis 25, Esau looked at his brother and said, and you know, our Big Daddy talked about this recently, I think just on Saturday here. Esau came back from hunting and caught nothing. He was hungry. His brother was making food. And he came to his brother and told his brother, I'm very hungry, give me food. And his brother said, no. I want the birthright. Let's look at this thing in two dimensions. Jacob came on the heels of Esau. Was there a struggle in the womb for who will come out first? Did Jacob feel that I was supposed to come out before you and you came out before me? You have the Father's love because this is who you are, this is what you do. How do I redeem myself? So he says, sell me the birthright. And Esau wasn't thinking. He said, of what use is this birthright to me? Why? When you find yourself in the place of lamentation, you miss out and you lose sight of who you are and where you are supposed to be going. And because of that, you might throw away something that is supposed to make you who you are. And so he started lamenting. And then the father blessed his brother. Fast forward, he said, the day my father dies, I will kill my brother. But suddenly he realized that this thing wasn't his brother's fault. He realized it. But his father said to him, the day you break these bonds of your neck, you begin to enjoy. Because the blessing that the father blessed him with is almost the same blessing he blessed his brother with. And then Esau came to, when Jacob was now moving and Esau met him, Jacob was afraid. Jacob called him Lord. And Esau kissed him. And Jacob said, I have brought all these gifts for you. And Esau looked at him and said, keep what you have, I have enough. What changed? He forgave himself. Your ability to forgive yourself will energize you and will give speed to your everything that you do. Once you are able to get out of that point, it will give speed to every single thing that you will do. You will think right, you will act right, you will move in the right direction because you are no longer feeling guilty of the things you have not done. You can now move into the things that you can now do. And can I tell you something? What you would have done, what you would have done before, at that time, is now being improved on in the time that you are going into. And so there is a better way to do it. So you need to move into a new season of life with new possibilities, new opportunities, new processes, and new methodologies and ways to do things.
Wow.
So you forgive.
Wow. You forgive yourself. Uncle Max, if I leave you, wow, time is far gone. Oh, wow. I can redeem. Uncle Max, we might have to do part 2 of this sometime. Maybe not next week, maybe sometime. But
no.
Honestly, you've given us a whole lot of things to chew on. And honestly, we cannot take it for granted at all. And I want to say a big thank you to you, Reverend Max. It's as if you just came in and spoke for 5 minutes. And I have 3 pages full of writing already. And I know a lot of people that are listening have also been able to glean a whole lot from it. Thank you so, so much for coming on this program. I will have you before the year runs out because we must talk about this and 2024 a little more.
Thank you for having me. It's a privilege, great honor to be here. And thank you everyone for being part of it. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Uncle Max. Thank you so, so much. I can't thank you enough. And it looked like just 5 minutes, but I looked at my time and time is so fast spent. But one of the things is said, and I can't just re-echo it enough. If you are looking at the year and thinking you missed a whole lot of opportunities, forgive yourself. Don't hold yourself down to it. So accept where you are and accept the fact that you have a goal, you have a dream. You are not meant to end it this way. There is a bigger, better you ahead of you. And then when you have done that, take responsibility. So it's accept that there is a dream, recognize where you are now, and take responsibility. ART makes it easy for you to remember. Accept where you are now, accept that there is a dream and there is a vision, there is a bigger you. Evaluate where you are now. So accept there is a bigger you, evaluate, recognize where you are now. And when I said evaluate, I said to myself, this is where the guilt comes from. When you are evaluating where you are now, you remember all those negatives. But then he answered it. He said, forgive yourself. And a classical example is Esau. If Esau could bounce back, everybody can. There is a bounce back mechanism in every human being. So accept, recognize, and take responsibility for you to be able to redeem the time. The time is value and you can redeem it. You can become bigger, better, and brighter, and more fruitful, and more productive in 2024. But one thing he didn't say directly, but he inferred through everything he was saying is don't stop now to wait for January. January is already here. So live your life intentionally even from now. Whatever you are doing today, find out time to carry out these things and prepare yourself for a better 2024. Your 2024 starts now. And really, I will bring him back before this year runs out to look at how to make 2024 our best year yet. It's still part of redeeming the time. I still need him to come talk about that in another edition. But I trust God next week, Monday, we'll be talking about artificial intelligence, this AI matter. AI will take our jobs. AI will sack everybody. AI will do this. AI will do that. What is this artificial intelligence thingy? How does it affect me? What do I need to know? Join me next week as we talk about artificial intelligence. I'm sure it will bless you. Tell your friends, tell your colleagues, tell your neighbors, tell your frenemies. Let everybody tune in next week to Knocks to Nuggets as we talk about artificial intelligence. And until I come your way next week in another edition of Knocks to Nuggets, please don't forget it. If you can think it, you can be it, and you can have it. Thank you, everyone that joined me live, and those that will watch thereafter. Thank you, because together we win. God bless you. See you next week. Bye for now.